the girls varsity basketball team was back on the court Monday night. We have the highlights.
The AP exam registrations deadline is closing in.
Then the boys bowling team shattered a new record. DTV News starts right now.
Yesterday, Governor Whitmer released new guidelines for social gatherings in businesses. Good morning, Davidson. I'm Braden Walker.
And I'm Bryce Daly. The governor stated that restaurants can now have up to 50% capacity with no more than 100 people inside the building. Movie theaters, bowling alleys, and other entertainment venues may also increase their indoor capacity to 50%. Up to 300 people.
Outdoor gatherings can now have up to 300 people, and indoor gatherings are capped at 25. Stadiums that seat 10,000 or fewer can now have 375 attendees, and those who seat above 10,000 can have at max 750 people. We have shared more information on our social media pages.
The DHS boys varsity bowling team set a new record last night, rolling the Cardinal Bowlers into the history books.
Drew Youngkin joins us from the sports desk with more on this big accomplishment. Drew?
Thanks. The boys were able to rewrite the record books while getting another win on Monday evening after getting a team score of 1151 and 1177 in a two-game team series. They set a new SVL record with a score of 2,328 points. A team high 269 from Blake Musser and a 266 from Aiden Sackerly, and the scores in the 240s for Caden Duckworth and Shane Gagne. The Cards' record moves to 9-0 with their next matchup against Grand Blanc at Rollaway Lanes in Davison. I'll send things back to the desk with Bryce and Braden.
Any student who plans on taking the second semester AP test, an important deadline is coming up. Your forms and registrations are due tomorrow in the guidance office. If you have any questions, see your AP teachers or a counselor. Seniors, if you are looking for free money for college, the deadline for submitting all local scholarships is this Friday. A while back, you were emailed information about a Google Classroom for scholarships. There you'll find a complete list of opportunities available. The code for the Google Classroom is on your screen now. You can also find the code and more information in the daily announcements.
If you are still in need of some community service hours, you can sign up to work with the Care Team Hospice. They are looking for volunteers for two programs. This first is a pen pal program with current patients. You must sign a form agreeing to not share any patient information and have a parent consent if you are under 18. The second opportunity is for in-person volunteering with hospice patients. To volunteer for this position, you must be at least 16 years old. For any questions, contact Ashley Gordon using the phone numbers on your screen. There are also more information in the daily announcements.
Coming up, see how our girls basketball team tried their best to offset Chandler Park during Monday's matchup.
And Chris Thorpe has the lowdown on, should I say high down, on how things are heating up.
Now that we are back in school, it's not just about getting good grades, but staying safe. Here are a few tips for everyone to remember. You should always use hand sanitizer when entering and exiting a classroom. Using hand sanitizer is important because it helps stop the spread of germs from room to room and person to person. When at school, you must keep your mask on at all times. After the bell rings, you should immediately go to your next class and social distance as much as possible. So when you're at school, remember these things to help you stay healthy and stay safe.
Davidson is going for the upset.
For that strong arm.
The girls basketball team had a tough matchup against a new opponent on Monday night. Welcome back to Sports Davison. I'm Drew Youngkin. Let's get right into the highlights from the game. The girls were put up against a Chandler Park team that hadn't yet faced before. Also, team that didn't miss a single district final their whole last season. The Eagles came out of the gate with a 17-0 scoring run, but the Cards were able to find some traction by the end of the half. They went into the locker room with a score of 48-26 with Chandler Park in front. The second half would be a similar story with some good offense from both sides. Chandler Park would eventually take this one with the final score of 85-52, keeping the record on the road perfect. This makes Davidson 6-4, still maintaining a good record to start the season. Their next home game is this Friday, and we will be airing that contest with Charlotte. Be sure to tune into our Charter Channel 191 or YouTube at DTV News on Friday at 7. The girls bowling team maintained their dominance this season in a meet on the road taking on Bay City Western at Monitor Lanes. With a final score of 17-13, the girls' record now moves to an undefeated 7-0. The team high was tied up between Emma Skierski and Emma Hawley, who both bowled at 224. Carly Walls wasn't too far behind either with a score of 220 and the Lady Cards win. Their next match is this Saturday at Davidson's own Rollaway Lanes, taking on the Grand Lake Bobcats. Tomorrow after school in the AMR, there will be a sign-up meeting for girls lacrosse. If you are interested in playing this sport, you should plan on attending. That's all for sports today. I'll toss things over to weather. Chris, we took a dip in temps this week, but what can we expect for the rest of the week?
Well, things are going to start to warm up. Our countdown to spring is on, and Mother Nature is giving us an early preview. Good morning, Davidson. I'm Christopher Thorpe. So today, Wednesday, we're going to have a high of 49 and a low of 24. We're going to start off kind of warm with partly cloudy skies. Moving over to Thursday, it's going to kind of start to cool down with a high of 34 and a low of 18, partly cloudy skies once again. Moving over to Friday, we're going to have some sunny skies with a high of 40 and a low of 22. And finishing off our weekend with mediocre weather, high of 43, low of 23. That'll do it for me at weather. I'll send things back over to the desk.
DTV has been back in action with some live events. With all the COVID restrictions, we know not everyone can be there for them. So be sure to follow us on social media to keep up with what's happening. Find us on Twitter and Instagram at DTV_official. Then go like us on Facebook and subscribe to our page on YouTube at DTV News. Now, with all the social restrictions being, lifted, we have to be a lot more, vigilant at, keeping our hands clean and keeping our masks up.
Of course, it's always important to make sure you wash your hands whenever you touch anything or go to the bathroom. It's always important to stay safe and stay clean.
That's from us. Have a great day, Davison, and stay healthy.